Awesome. So applied math, what is that? Let's go ahead and take a little bit of a side detour here. Applied math, for people that don't know what exactly that is, tell us a little bit more about that.
Applied math, so this is how I teach it to my students because they always ask me the same questions. Math is basically what you learn from K through 10th grade. That's just like basic functions, variables, quantities, qualities. But then when you get into 11th grade and you take Algebra 2, we're using math to solve other problems. Like applied math, I would use math in chemistry, or use math in biology, or use math in coding. So it's basically taking everything you learned and just putting it into another field.
Now, I do want to get into a couple of items that you talked about in your YouTube trailer, and that is you love math so much that you have 3 math tattoos. Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah,
What's
I'm a
the story
nerd.
behind that?
So my mom said I couldn't get a tattoo until I was 21 years old and not living at home. I was already in college at 21, living by myself. So on my birthday, I went and got a tattoo that says always mathematical. And I'm like a huge Harry Potter. Like my students, they hate me because I talk about Harry Potter all the time. And it basically has like the Deathly Hallows, and it says always, and then mathematical underneath. And then that was my first one.
Nice.
My second tattoo, I got the Fibonacci sequence.
Nice.
That's like a rose. It's like right here. And then my next one is I have a tattoo that says Iota Sweetheart, which is the fraternity I joined in college. But the word heart is actually an equation that graphs a heart.
Nice, nice. Well, you brought up Harry Potter, so now I have to ask, what is your favorite house?
I am a Gryffindor. I know it sounds weird. So I did the Pottermore quiz when it first started, and I got Ravenclaw. And then when she switched over to Wizarding World, I did it again, and I got Gryffindor. So I just go by both.
Nice, nice. Okay. And then on a more serious note, I really love that you added a phrase, a sentence at the beginning of each of your YouTube videos. And I'm going to go ahead and read it. It's some math for someone who looks like you, talks like you, and in the future could probably be you. Tell us a little bit, tell the audience a little bit why was that important to add?
I don't think that there are enough people that are doing something that is difficult to most that are Black or brown. Like there aren't enough students that see somebody that teaches a subject that everybody hates that is Black or brown. If you go on YouTube and type in a video, everybody is not, like there's almost nobody that's Black or brown. And a lot of my students have told me like, I'm so glad, like they'll tell me like, you're the first Black teacher I've had. And I teach high school. Or they'll say, I've never had a Black math teacher before. And I understand that because when I was growing up, I didn't have any Black teachers until I went to college. And it really like could have helped me in a different way growing up. Like if I had teachers that looked like me and, you know, we had that same vibe there. Talks like you, I have been mistaken for a student at Edison so many times. I can walk on campus because we can casual clothes, so I walk on campus. The students know who I am, but I'm also really short. So somebody else will say, hey, you need to be in class. I'm like, I work here. Like I'm a teacher. And like the way I talk to my students is on their level. I would call it code switching. So I could talk to an adult, but then if I need to like talk to a kid, I know how to switch it up and make them understand. By hopefully be you in the future, I don't want anyone to think that they can't be me or they can't succeed in something that they think is difficult. I have not always been great at math. I had to take Algebra 1 like 3 times in high school. I did not get it. And then I had a teacher that just really made me understand. And then from there, it just was easy to me. So I just want to be the person that does that for somebody else. So when I say looks like you, I mean someone that is of your race or very close, someone that talks like you, someone that you can watch my video and fully understand everything I'm saying. And in the future, it could be you. Just some motivation. Like you can do whatever you put your mind to.
Yeah, it's very inspirational, and definitely goes into a subject area that we in education need to talk about, right? And that is more educators of color in areas that can inspire our students, and not get into this trap of that's not to denigrate or be negative about the work that anybody else is doing. It's just the idea of having people that could be an inspiration to our young folks. So